Before you even know you are angry, your body knows. Something small happens. A sentence, a look, a joke that cuts too close, a tone that makes your stomach tighten before your mind has time to explain why. And for 1 second, the honest part of you comes up. Not loud, not dramatic, just clear. Your chest gets hot, your face changes, your mouth almost finds the truth. But then, you catch it, you swallow it, you smile. And that smile is the part nobody questions. From the outside, it looks like maturity. You didn't argue, you didn't ruin the mood, you didn't make the room uncomfortable. You became easy to be around. But inside, something got left standing there. A part of you was touched, and nobody came to defend it. So the room moves on, people keep talking, someone laughs, the moment disappears for everyone else, but not for you. For you, it is still happening. It sits in your chest, it waits behind your ribs, it follows you quietly into the next conversation. And the worst part is, you start helping them erase it. Maybe it wasn't that serious. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe this is not worth making a thing. But your body doesn't let it disappear. Later, when the room is quiet, when nobody needs you to be pleasant anymore, the truth comes back. You hear the sentence again. You see their face again. You feel that small shrinking again. And now you have all the perfect lines, the brave ones, the sharp ones, the calm ones, the version of you that would have looked them in the eye. But in the actual moment, you went quiet. Not because you are weak, because somewhere in your life, quiet became safer than truth. That is the part we have to respect. Your silence is not random. It was trained. At some point, your body learned that speaking honestly could change the temperature of the room. A face could harden, a voice could rise, love could get colder, peace could disappear. So you learned the skill. Smile first, feel later. Agree first, break down later. Be easy now. Tell the truth to yourself when nobody is watching. And after a while, that starts to look like personality. But that is not peace. Peace leaves your body softer. This leaves you carrying a conversation that never ended. This is suppression. Suppressed anger doesn't stay clean. It starts looking for side doors, little places to speak without admitting it's speaking. It comes out as the small cut in your tone, the message you answer late, the room that gets cold while you say nothing is wrong. No big explosion, just little withdrawals, little punishments, little pieces of warmth removed. You have seen this in other people too. The kind one stops explaining first. At first, they are just tired. Then they are less available. Then they leave, and everyone calls it sudden. Maybe that's why this hurts, because sometimes you're the one left, and sometimes you're the one slowly leaving. So the question is not, why can I not just speak up? The question is, what does speaking up still threaten? For some people, disagreement doesn't feel like a conversation. It feels like the room might change temperature. Maybe you learned that early, a raised voice, a face changing, someone loving you less for needing too much. So you studied the room, you learned which version of you kept people close, smaller, easier, less in the way. After a while, adaptation starts to feel like personality. You don't say, I learned to disappear. You say, I'm just low maintenance. That creates two selves, the one everyone praises, calm, reasonable, easy, and the one who has been keeping count, tired, sharp, embarrassed by how much it still hurts. Then one day, the second self speaks first, too loud, too late, in a tone that surprises even you, and people ask, where did that come from? But you know, it came from all the times you translated pain into politeness. This is where relationships start feeling it. People can feel when you're editing yourself around them. They might not know what's missing, but they feel the carefulness. They feel the real sentence being kept off the table. So you end up trapped. If you stay quiet, resentment grows. If you speak, your body prepares for losing something. That's why delay feels safer. You tolerate one more thing, then one more, then you call the wait kindness. Most advice jumps in here with boundaries, but the hard part is not knowing the boundary. The hard part is saying it before your voice gets bitter. That's why the sentence has to stay small. Not a speech, not a case file, one honest line while it's still honest. Something like, I don't want to pretend I'm okay with that. No attack, no performance, just the truth before it turns into a weapon. You're not trying to unload anger onto someone. You're trying to stop making your body hold what your mouth never got to say. Anger is not the enemy here. Sometimes it's the part of you still pointing at the place where you went missing. But if you keep hiding it, it starts choosing for you. Your tone chooses, your distance chooses, your silence chooses. So no, I don't think you're too nice. I think there are places where your truth learned to wait outside the room. And the sad part is, by the time people meet the anger, they never got to meet the smaller truth underneath it. If being nice means abandoning yourself, it's not kindness yet. It's fear wearing good manners. So watch the moment before the smile, the moment before you say, "It's fine." That's where the real work begins, not when the mask breaks. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes like this, and I'll see you in the next one.